Howdy, this is unionrdr and you're watching Brewvision. This is the first in a series of homebrewing videos I'm going to do to show various things, all aspects of homebrewing. And today we're going to be bottling up a Cooper's English Bitter just to show you what the process looks like that I've come up with since I've got a bad back and I'm getting a little old, so I can't stand up all day doing this stuff, much less crouch down. This way you don't have to reach above the shoulder, and that's always a good thing. So first, you've got your bottle tray and a Venator, half full of Star Sand sanitizer, and maybe give each bottle 5 pumps. Once you've got the pump primed, mind you. Drain it a little bit, and onto the tree. Now if you use PET bottles like you get with the Cooper's kits, you have to take a lid off of a plastic Coke bottle and ream a hole in to fit right here, because the opening on the Cooper's PET bottles is wider, so it'll still be able to pump. And this is a 45 bottle tree, so it does take a little while to fill up, but it's not that bad. Certainly better than sitting by the kitchen table and pouring it into a couple bottles at a time. Wait a minute and then repeat. This way, that's it. After you've recycled your bottles, delabeled and cleaned them, of course. I keep them stored in covered boxes so they stay clean. And right after you drink out of one, you rinse it out, hang it up, and you're done. And all you got to do is sanitize it to use it again. Way simpler this way. You can sit here, catch a little breeze coming in through the window, and just do your sanitizing. I've also found I have to take a little funnel and my bottle of Star Sand solution and scoop the foam out with a spoon, because this stuff takes forever to settle. Okay, got 45 bottles all sterilized up. And as you can see, I had to scoop off some foam. This foam is rather firm, and this stays foaming for like forever. It doesn't settle very fast at all. One thing 5-star needs to work on is some kind of finding gauge to make this stuff settle back into liquid a little bit faster than a few hours. Okay, we got our priming solution here. That's 2 cups of water, where I used the priming calculator to figure out how much priming sugar to use for 6 gallons of an English bitter at 1.3 atmospheres, or volumes, whichever you care to think of it, which turned out to be what, 20 grams, with 1.3 ounces of sugar, in this case Demerara sugar, that's raw cane sugar. Got a nice, kind of a light brown sugar laced with a good amount of honey flavor to it. But since bitters have such low carbonation, you're not going to get a lot of flavor out of this one. I just thought it'd be nice to try anyway. So, got a bottling bucket cleaned and sterilized, and I mean even taking the tap out, take it apart, and clean the hole the tap goes in. That's where most of the filth is, not so much in the tap, but the mounting hole. And I got some small aquarium brushes from PetSmart here that I use for cleaning the taps, bung holes and stuff like that. And yes, I said bung holes. But the plug in a barrel is called a bung. And of course, if you got a bung, you have to have a bung hole, right? Bung hole. Okay, so anyway, we got our, let's just get rid of that. We'll use it, cover your fermenters with a dark t-shirt, even if it's one of these ale pails over here. which is thicker plastic and less light gets through, just to make sure it doesn't get skunked for a couple of weeks. It's going to be sitting there. Better airflow than a closet, but if you've got a closet that stays cooler, then so much the better. So anyway, oh, you know what? I forgot to show you one little thing. Pop the cap on your airlock, common 3-piece one. Take a little screwdriver, or make yourself a pick, and pull the centerpiece out. Just set another little cap there and put that aside. So you don't have to try to pull the airlock out to equalize the pressure in here once the volume of liquid starts coming down through the tube into your bottling bucket to mix with the priming sugar here. Simple physics. Okay, so just open the spigot. This is the little bottler from Cooper's I attached a piece of 3/8" tubing to. You can see how clear the beer is maybe in this piece of tubing. Swirl a little bit. And get it down here and pour it into the surface of the swirling beer slowly. No splashing. Oxidation bad. And while it's swirling, and in a whirlpool, if you will, as some of you use that term. Little saucepans are great for making up starters and priming sugar solutions. So now if I had one, I could sit here and have a beer while I'm waiting on the boiling bucket. I think it's a good idea to set the lid for the boiling bucket on the top as far over as you can towards this racking tube setup, just to make sure the pan I happen to have on doesn't blow any nasties in there. Wild yeast and other nasty things in the air kind of settle downward. They're not treetop flyers, okay? So this is good enough to keep them out of there for the time it's going to be there. Then of course once you remove your racking tube after getting all the beer in there, you pop that thing out and take either one of these. This is the Cooper's one. I got this from Midwest. It's a nice little paddle. That's 24 inches. This is 18. Either or. I like this one. Well, let's see. Well, you can see from the metric graduations here that's going down. Up 2 degrees Celsius just from the time I took the t-shirt off, I think. Okay, as you can see, we had to tilt the fermenter a little bit to get all the beer out, but it's now in the bottling bucket. Wiggle that out of there. If you get a little bit of yeast off the bottom, that's okay. The beer will clear up and you'll be assured of having enough yeast to carbonate in the bottle, which technically is your secondary fermentation. And we can just, as a matter of fact, we'll take that out of the way. This is an old printer stand, by the way. After some of the glass doors and stuff fell off and everything, and a sliding shelf, I think I'll throw that out. I'll put all my brewing stuff in there. It was scattered all over the house, and all my empty bottles, and then the full bottles behind me. It works. Okay, so this is about the only real thing you have to do here, really. Is just get the bottling bucket up here in order for it to work for you. Now, this is an Italian spigot that's just the right size with a little step right here on the spigot to fit the 3/8" tube with the bottling wand on it. There's some little lugs here. Hold those lugs. Don't let that move while this is the part that rotates, is moved in a 90-degree position. This says closed or open on it, so just remember right closed, left open. Simple enough. And this is the half-gallon vodka, cheap vodka jugs I talk about sometimes on Homebrew Talk and the Cooper's forums that I use to fill the airlocks with. Nasties get in there, die of alcohol poisoning, and it's Bon Scott all over again. So, I've rinsed this out with a goodly amount of Star San. Just gotta make sure I get the excess out of the 2 minutes. Usually I leave sitting in there for that very purpose. Always close your jugs before you do anything else. Trust me. And I think PBW makes a better carpet cleaner than that steam cleaning fluid. And never mind how I know that. So connect up the tube here. Takes a little bit of doing to get it on there, but I don't know why some people have to use a fuel line clamp on that. I never did. Now, sanitize the bottles. I'll put one right here to fill, and then I'll set like maybe 2